Forgive the fogginess of this. Mark 1, verse 3. Just then there was a man in the synagogue who was with an unclean spirit and cried out, saying, "What business do you have with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, you're the Holy One of God." Jesus of Nazareth. Now down here it says that in verse 21, they went into Capernaum immediately, and he entered the synagogue being sick. Wait, where does it say? It says Nazareth somewhere around here. Oh yeah. In those days Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. Let's find out where Galilee is. Now here's a map of ancient Israel. There's Manasseh, there's East Manasseh, there's Naphtali, there's Zebulun, there's Asher, there's Issachar, there's Ephraim, there's Dan. And what's that sea right there? Is that the Sea of Galilee? I think it is. I think that's all within the northern Israel. But let's look where Galilee is, right? In Jesus' time. Oh wow, it's firmly centered in Manasseh, the tribe of Joseph. Could that be because his father's name was Joseph, or maybe his father's name was Clovis, and he was called the son of Joseph because he was from northern Israel? Yeah. And look what's underneath there. It's actually above Samaria. And the Jews were from way down here, which was Benjamin and Judah. See, because technically there were no Jews in Samaria. Those were Samaritans, and people up here, they were northern Israelites. And why is Decapolis over there? Oh, they were Israelites too. And then you had Perea. Interesting. Is this John verse 41? John chapter 7 verse 41. Others were saying, "This is the Christ." Still others were saying, "Surely the Christ is not going to come from Galilee, is he? Has not the scripture said that Christ comes from the descendants of David and from Bethlehem, the village where David was born?" A division in the crowd was because of him. And they seized him and laid hands on him. Yeah, because, wait a minute. He's a northern Israelite if he comes from the tribe of Joseph, right? So you know the story of the woman at the well. Jews and Samaritans did not talk to each other. Yet in John, where actually Jesus gets called a Samaritan a couple times, we see in chapter 4, "From the city many Samaritans believed in him because of the words of the woman who had testified and told him all the things. So when the Samaritans came to Jesus, they were asking him to stay with them. And he stayed with them 2 days because of his word. And they were saying to the woman, 'It is no longer because of what you said, but because of what we believe and heard ourselves.' After 2 days, he went forth from there into the Galilee." So he traveled north, away from the Jews in Judea. Jesus himself testified that a prophet has no honor in his own country. Is he talking about Judea or Galilee? So when he came to Galilee, the Galileans received him, having seen all the things did in Jerusalem at the feast. Therefore he came again in Canaan in Galilee and made water into wine, and the royal officials at Capernaum. Jesus came out to Judea into Galilee, and they implored him to come down and heal his son, who had appointed to death. And healed, the child died. He started out, and he said, "No, the child's alive." So he actually did heal a lot of people in Judea, Galilee, and Samaria, but he stayed with Samaritans. That's a pretty big deal. John chapter 8, 48. Jews answered him and said, do we not say rightly that you are a Samaritan? And 8:23. And he was saying, are you not from below? I am from above, and you are of this world. I am not of this world. 23. Oops, sorry, wrong part. Oh, sorry, 7:41. Others were saying, this is the Christ. Still others were saying, surely the Christ is not going to come from Galilee. Has not Scripture said that Christ comes from the descendants of David and from Bethlehem, the village of David? Where is this gone? 7:52. They answered him, you are not also from Galilee, are you? Search and see, no prophet arises from Galilee. Everyone went to his home. Oh, 8:23. And he was saying, where are you from? Yeah. So Mark and John were written completely independent of each other. Both claim that he was from either a northern Israelite or a Samaritan, natural-born son of Mary and Joseph, and not a Jew, not a descendant of David. Peace to you. Again, academic argument, not trying to crush anybody's faith, and this should not wreck anyone's faith at all. Peace to you.
Here.